Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer from Barley Days. Now, this beer, I made an order from Barley Days. Barley Days is one of the few breweries that do online ordering here in Ontario. So I ordered a package from them. It was supposed to have 7 beers in it. One of the beers that was supposed to be in that package was this one over here, a Snake Bite. It's not the one we're looking at, but it was supposed to be in there. Now, their Oyster Stout, their Scrimshaw Oyster Stout, was labeled on the website in a 750 milliliter bottle at $13 a bottle. I bought one just to try it, and they had sent me my package, and I pull out the notes in the package, and it says, you know, it's not available in the 750s anymore. Now they're at 500 milliliters for $6.50 a bottle, so we put 2 bottles in for you. Okay, thanks. You know, I got extra beer out of that. So now instead of 7 beers in the package, there should have been 8. Whoever did the count, though, just, you know, saw 7, packaged it up and sent it to me. So I contacted them. It was over the holiday season. I'm like, you know what, don't worry about anything. We'll figure it out after the holidays, but I just wanted you to know this happened. Okay, Chad, we'll take care of it. So they sent me the Snake Bite, and they sent me this guy here that's what we're going to look at, and a beach ball. So not only do they have a great service with fairly reasonable prices, they have a great customer service team. Now this is Ursa Minor, which is a black lager at 4.9% alcohol by volume. There it is right there. Now looking through the bottle, I can actually see through it, so that actually does not make me think it's going to really be a black lager. Maybe a dark amber. Maybe it will be black once it's poured, but through the bottle I can see light through the bottle. So I'm a little weirded out by that. Let's open her up. Let's pass that up that way. See, I wouldn't have guessed it to be that dark. I mean, like I said, like you can see here as it's pouring, you can see how much you could see through it as it was pouring, and that's what I was seeing in the bottle. I did not expect it to actually turn out to be that dark. Like, I don't know if I would say that's actually black. That could be considered ruby red or mahogany brown. Black lager not necessarily having to be black. I'm just saying that my expectations. Yeah, I'd say mahogany brown. So it is a beautiful looking beer. I mean, visually, that's pretty appealing. There's a lot of head on it, but I did pour it a little aggressively. But there's a lot of head. A lot of snap, crackle, pop. But yeah, that is a mahogany brown. You can see it right down at the bottom. Very good looking beer, though. Very good looking beer. The head, off-white, big thick head as we talked about. The snap, crackle, pop would make me think that it's going to fade faster than it is. It's really not fading all that quickly, to be honest with you. We'll give it a sniff test, though. Lots of roast, lots of chocolate, lots of burnt charred wood. Lots of coffee. Oh, wait. Coffee, charred wood, roasted malt, touch of chocolate, and a touch of tobacco, actually. There's a touch of tobacco coming off the bottle. You might hear some weird noises coming from my body today. I do apologize. Wednesday, after BDU, it was an interesting time. I got off BDU. I came downstairs to play a little bit of video games with my buddy Chris from In the Basement. I started playing Battlefield 1 with him. And my wife calls me upstairs. My daughter's puking in the toilet. My wife's puking in a garbage bag. My wife is due for our 3rd child next week. Apparently, all of them, my son, my daughter, and my wife all had norovirus, and they all got hit with it at about the same time. So I took care of them all. I came back downstairs, and I sat downstairs, and about an hour later, I was puking and shitting at the same time. And yeah, it hit quick, and it hit hard, and my gastrointestinal tracts are not back in shape yet. Let's try the beer. Cheers. There's weird sounds. I just don't know if the camera will pick them up or not. You know, that's a fairly approachable dark lager. Um, I don't think it's as good a dark lager as, say, the Silversmith Black Lager or the was it Devil's Charm Black Lager, the new one from the platform series from Railway City, the homebrewer series that the original Hopster did, Ryan Ward. I don't think it's as good as those, but I think it's more approachable than those. Those two are perfect examples of the style, and I would say this is a near perfect example of the style, at least in my interpretation of the style. And I think the only thing that takes away from this and what I want out of it is the back end, but the back end is also what makes it so approachable. So as soon as it touches my tongue, I get that roasty charred wood taste. There's a subtle coffee and subtle chocolate note all the way through. And then there's a bready biscuitiness that comes right around the end and goes right through to the finish. And that finish is just like kind of almost like burnt toast because of it. You get that biscuitiness and you get that char. And all in all, no, I shouldn't say a burnt toast because people are going to think of actual burnt toast, like darkly toasted toast. It's not all the way to the burnt aspect yet, but it's getting there. All in all, good beer. Very good beer. All in all, is it something that I would go and buy again? Yes, if I had the chance to buy this, especially if it was a $3 bottle like all their other small bottles are, I would probably buy a bunch of these. This isn't a bad beer. This is not a bad beer at all. And like I said, to me, the only things really that are better than it are probably the Silversmith Black Lager and the Railway City homebrew one from Ryan Ward. Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head that I'm really a big fan of over this. There's other good Schwarz beers out there, there really is. I mean, Dark Helmet, an Imperial Schwarz beer from Bose, very good beer. There are a lot of them out there, but this is a very good beer as well. And because of that bready biscuitiness coming through instead of the kind of coffee finish or dark chocolate, baker's chocolate like finish, I think this becomes more approachable because it has that English-esque style to it. Oh, my nose hair and my mustache is touching. Out of 10 on this beer. For me, an 8.5, I really like this. I really do. I think it's very good, very, very good. I think it's just a step back from world class. But I think this is a beer that I would drink every single day. I mean, I'm at what, 4,035 ish independent beers now, and I still think this blows a lot of beers out of the water, a lot of black lagers especially out of the water. And would I have thought of that out of, say, Barley Days before I had this? Probably not. If you said, hey, Barley Days has this amazing black lager you should really try, would I have went, oh, okay? Well, I would have went, okay, because I try everything, but would I have believed you right off the bat? I don't know, because I've always found Barley Days to be, before this shipment, I always thought of Barley Days as just a solid brewery, much like say Perth Brewing Company, where all their styles were very good, too solid, and their prices were very good. So they were just a good local brewery. I would not have expected some of the stuff I've got out of them. Some of the stuff I hated, like the smoked meat beer, but who would have thought they'd do a smoked meat beer? And then some of the stuff I loved, this, for instance, and their IPA was a damn fine IPA. Their porter was a damn fine porter. I'm impressed. And it sounds like it may sound like I didn't have high hopes for them, but I have high hopes for every brewery. It's just not what I was expecting. I was expecting your local brewery taste, your local brewery feel, just solid, easy to approach beers that weren't all that experimental but were fair priced. And what I got was fair priced beers that were fairly experimental and some very standard local brewery stuff that was even better priced. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Au revoir, a bientôt. See you soon. Ursa Minor from Barley Days, 4.9% alcohol, 8.5 out of 10. Very damn good beer. If you get a chance to try it, try it. Cheers. I'll drink the rest of this as I watch some Justified. Bye-bye.